What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Blake Manor. In the last episode, we found that Miss Quinn has a ritual going on in the ladies' bathroom. We're introduced to a couple more people, like Fia Callaghan. We didn't meet her, but we know a little bit more about her, so we'll be able to be prepped when she eventually makes an appearance. But now we're going to go back to the lobby, back to the telegram room, and talk to Miss Hisham about some stuff. We'll make ourselves known. I think justify. Well, actually, I was just about to say we're about halfway through day 2 technically, but we're really not. Halfway is 4 p.m. and then dusk is. This changeover is halfway through, so we're not even a fourth of the way through our time. I'm sure that will start ripping through much quicker. Vent. Listen. Right, we have some hidden notes in places, so we got to be careful. We got to look everywhere we can. All right, let's talk to her.
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me?
I would like to. Okay, so not a lot of things I can ask her. Let's talk about manor maps. Have you explored much of the manor? Some, but I'm keen to see it all. Not all of it is open to the public. I wonder how upset they would really be to find me outside of those bounds. What harm could come from curiosity? Soul jars. Does the term soul jar mean anything to you, Miss Hisham? Well, it's not technically my field of expertise, but they are jars used to capture the essence of living beings. Not all of them, of course. Soul jars were part of funeral rites in the East, and no, real-world effect. But I suspect here you're asking about the magical type I outlined. Let's talk about your drawing. Have you been drawing a vase? The vase of Nectenebo. I can see it when I close my eyes. Long buried, and then lost. And then long lost. It should be somewhere, here, in these halls. But it is not here to see. Someone has hidden it away. But where? The basement? The church? Blake's own residence? I can find nothing. If only I could find some records. Excuse me, I am just passionate. Okay, so that's going to be your thing. Headdress. I don't need to ask about the headdress. We know about the charcoal hands. Maybe... Let's talk more about it, yeah. This vase you're studying, is it an artifact you have a particular interest in? I discovered it had been acquired by a member of the Irish gentry a few years ago, and as it is true of much of our history in Egypt, it was taken from its rightful home and kept as a souvenir. Supposedly, it's stored somewhere among the Blake's possessions. I would be interested in seeing it. Fair enough.
May Allah guide you.
So we gotta find this vase, and I'm happy to do so. Let's take back our stolen artifacts. Why not? Okay, so what's left? Let's go to the library. We got a lot of stuff in library now. I think there's a decent amount of stuff that we need to look up. And then I might do a check through of our records to see if there's something that I'm missing there, because obviously we made some. We missed some stuff. Okay, so... That's her schedule, right? Alright, a lot of stuff to look at. Irish mythology. A collection of books on the 4 cycles of Irish mythology are here, alongside writings on supernatural sites and entities. Is there anything I want to look up? Look up the Veil. The veil is the barrier between the living and the dead, the mundane world and the spirit world. There are times and places when the veil thins and interaction between the two worlds becomes easier, for better or for worse. The veil may be thin in places that have seen great tragedy, or in places of magical significance. As for time, it is known that the veil is thinnest on All Hallows' Eve, and this is when the spirits of many kinds may walk the earth, and be seen even by those who usually would not encounter such things. It is also when the communication through the veil is the easiest. As such, traditionally, any attempts to contact the dead are made in this period of the year, as they are known to be the most successful at this time. Alright, now let's look up the giants. Irish mythology has its share of giants, but none so noteworthy as Fionn mac Cumhail, the bearer of the Thumb of Knowledge, and leader of the legendary band of warriors, the Fianna. Fionn has many tales attributed to him. the formation of the Giant's Causeway, the creation of the Isle of Man, and Lough Neagh, God knows I butchered that, and the battling of many mythological foes. There are some who believe him to be the demigod descendant of Mac Cuil, the last king of the Tuatha De Danann. Oh my god. Look up Tuatha De Danann. The Tuatha De Danann, or people of Danu, are the old gods of Ireland, with Danu being a sort of Earth Mother type entity representing the land itself. A race of beings, each twice the height of a man, with unnatural abilities, like the gods of many classical mythologies. Each one had areas of expertise, though there was much overlapping and infighting as a result. They lived across Ireland for countless centuries and battled with the various otherworldly foes. There's a book here with some of the Tuatha De Danann listed in it. It might be worth a look. Aha! Book of Gnosticism. Information on Gnosticism. Maybe not. Wilhelmina Blake, Mary Blake, Percival Blake, medical codes, Egyptian archaeology. Is there anything I want to look up? Look up the vase of Nectanebo. Tradition says that Nectanebo, the last native pharaoh of Egypt, was the greatest magician of all the pharaohs. His vase is shrouded in legend. It is said that many adventurers and archaeologists have become obsessed with finding it throughout history. Once they attain it, they have a sudden and complete change in personality, often disappearing, leaving their lives and families behind. The last known owner of the vase was Wilhelmina Blake, whose uncle, Lord Barnard Blake, had recovered it from Giza in the late 1700s. She disappeared not long after that. The current whereabouts of the vase are unknown. This vase sounds cursed. Aha. I've looked at Wilhelmina Blake, haven't I? Information on Wilhelmina Blake. Let's read on. Wilhelmina August Blake was born in 1788 to Thomas Blake, the 6th Marquess of Doon. She disappeared without a trace on the night of October 29th, 1828. So almost, 80 years ago? She had a passion for music from an early age and was often called upon to entertain her father's guests with piano recitals in the drawing room. In the months leading to her disappearance, she developed a keen interest in Egyptology after her uncle, Lord Barnard Blake, gifted her an ancient vase he recovered during an expedition in Giza. The vase disappeared on the same night as Lady Blake. Oh. Her father experienced episodes of melancholy in his later years and would roam the grounds searching for his daughter, adamant that she had never left Blake Manor. Her whereabouts and fate remain unknown. Interesting. All right, one more. Let's do the Book of Irish Gods. Okay, smithing gods, let's see. The goddess Breed, the old Irish goddess of healing, poetry, the hearth, smithing, and much else besides. The goddess a Calich, a goddess, a hag, and a diviner, whose domains are cold winds in winter. The god Goibenu, the ancient Irish god of smithing and hospitality. So that's probably the guy we saw outside. And the goddess Anamorrigan, the war witch of the Tuatha De Danann, who is the goddess of war, wealth, and death. Crows are her symbol. I wonder what came of all these gods. Hammering giant. I wonder, do I have to do anything else in the library? Okay, so I have a hypothesis about... So I've found all that stuff. I still have to profile her. That's interesting. Okay, Hisham has a hypothesis, so let's do that. Everything's connected. Okay. So, make a hypothesis. Arwa Hisham's goal is to reclaim the stolen vase, but she is... Oh, interesting. Arwa's goal is to reclaim the stolen vase, but she is tired because it is... It could be tired because it's not here. But it also could be obsessed. So it's either tired or obsessed. cursed? Hold on. Where was the... Yeah, I don't know if... But she is obsessed because... Not here? What if... No, that can't be it. What if it's cursed? Okay, so cursed is correct.
Miss Hisham is searching for a vase stolen by Wilhelmina Blake, but she doesn't know it's cursed. I should find and confront her about this.
Interesting. Okay. We can confront her. That's not a bad use of our time. And then the only other thing I wanted to figure out is who else can I ask about the strange encounter thing? Wow, there's a lot of people. Shadowy figure, that's what I meant. Varley. So the staff, Omira. The staff, Omira, the priest. Oh. So really not that many people other than the staff. So Omira is the big one there. That's not staff. So maybe let's just quickly ask Varley about that, and then we'll confront Hisham about...
May I be of service, Mr. Ward?
I shall ask you a question, my friend. Mr. Varley, have you ever had reports of, well, ghosts of giants on the lands? Reports? No. All those things, ghouls and giants, have entertaining sections in the library. Maybe there would be something of use to you there. All right.
I need nothing else.
Certainly.
Goodbye. All right, let's go back to Telegraph. All right. Time to confront.
Mr.
Confront! Your goal is to reclaim the stolen vase, but you are obsessed because it's cursed.
Cursed. If you're trying to dissuade me, you will need to choose more than the hysteria of you are serious.
I'm afraid so.
The thing hasn't left my mind since I first discovered its existence. Every moment I am awake, even when I am not, I think of that vase. If I'm very still, and I feel it pulling me away from myself. And always, I hear a song in the back of my head I have never heard before. I wrote it down, though I do not know what for. Here, do you see? I am not myself, and yet it seems so important. Not just obsession, then. I will not be subject to such a thing. Will you help me? Will you find and destroy it?
Of course.
Normally, I would not condone the destruction of something so ancient. But such a thing should never have survived this long. And take the music too, in case it helps you. If you find the artifact, Mr. Ward, you must break it. Leave nothing but powder and dust.
And then use the vacuum. Okay, cool. So we have another thing we can act on. So I have a melody now. That's interesting. Hisham. Miss Hisham's melody. Confront. Act. Do I have... I don't have all the evidence yet, but that's... I should find something suitable to play the tune for Miss Hisham. Well, technically, there's the piano in the drawing room, right? Miss Hisham supplied me with a piece of music reputed to be the key to the lock that hides the vase. Discussable with the staff and Hisham. Maybe we should just talk to her about it. Honestly, no. Let's not waste the time on that. Let's just go to a place that could actually play it. Which, as of right now, it seems like the option is the drawing room inside the... Oh, sorry, the piano inside the drawing room. Right, I don't think there's any other instrument in the house yet. There's probably one in the ballroom, but we don't have the ability to do that yet. bar. Oh, did I fuck this up again? The drawing room is on the other side of the house. I keep doing that. I don't know why I keep thinking that that's there, but I guess I just keep forgetting that this hallway exists. Yeah, look. Which I shouldn't. That's bad, because if I forget an entire section of the hall exists, then we're in for problem. Right, so that's the ballroom, drawing room. And it's been a minute since we've... Ooh, play record. Okay. Oh, there you are, Erickson. Anything else in this room before I start summoning gods and curses? Nope. Okay. Actually, wait. Hold on. I thought they said there was a piano in here. What the hell? Didn't they say there was a piano in here? Very soothing, but this does not seem like a safe place to fall asleep. Interesting. Okay. I need a place to play music, or for me to actually be able to plot out music. I feel like it's probably going to be the ballroom, right? Because most ballroom setups have a piano. I feel like I've seen a piano somewhere, though, haven't I? Lobby, dining room, atrium. There's not one in the library. That would be ridiculous. Let me also go out to... Let me go straight out to the east courtyard. Just because I haven't been outside in this hour, and I'm feeling like I have to actually check every space in order to see new people. Yeah, there he is. Okay, cool. So I have 7 minutes, but I can talk to the priest. That's fine. Hello. Unusual cross. His resurrectix looks different to any I've ever seen. Strange Bible. A Bible, but not one that I recognize. Scarring. His scarring looks as if he's seen some sort of combat. And deathly pallor. He does not look well.
Yes, my child.
Oh, boy.
Hello, Father. My name is Declan Ward. I've only just arrived. I just wanted to say hello.
Very good. You want my name? Of course. Father Lorcan Sinnott.
Good to meet you, Father.
I am sure.
I'm surprised to see a Catholic priest at a séance.
Is that so? Worried for my eternal soul, are you? That I should attend something so blasphemous? Worry not, dear child. The church keeps an eye on all such things. It is good for us to know what secrets these events uncover, what secrets these old houses hold.
The problem with asking people about stuff is, like, I don't know... Like, they don't ever open up. Right? Let's ask about the shadowy figure. I've seen a large shadowy figure stalking the grounds. What do you make of this, Father? Aha! I knew it! There's an Aeon here. How it got here, I do not know, but I shall find it. You have to forgive me, child. I lost the run of myself for a moment. This place has us all on edge, no? Let's talk about his sequence. Father, I found these symbols and was wondering if you knew what they might mean. These are alchemical symbols used in theory to unlock the fundamental nature of the universe. Interesting. I believe Miss Murphy wished to speak with you. Well, then she should do so. I'm ready to receive her, but I do not think she will ever be ready to come. Why? The Aeon. What can you tell me about Aeons? Aeons. The closest thing you'll likely know is an angel. On many levels they are similar. Beings of creation sent by Monad, God, to build the universe. Alright. Anything else? Oh, shit. I don't recognize your Bible, Father. What translation is it? It's an uncommon translation I picked up on my travels. What is the focus of your edition? Its focus? With those with the eyes to see, it shows all. I would not think too hard about it.
I'll take my leave, Father.
Go with God, my child.
Okay. Alright, so he's gone. Let's, I didn't have any updates on the timetable. Hisham is still in the telegraph room. Joyce is in the atrium. Hunter away. McLeod is in the stables. You're in the walled garden now. You're in the walled garden now. You're in the walled garden now. You're in the west corridor like you were before. You're in the stables. Oh, you're just where you were. Okay. Okay. Got it. Let's, I think what actually might be a good idea here is just to do a loop around the house in every space and try to see if there's people we haven't seen yet. Oh. Oh. Hunter. Oh, we haven't really looked through Hunter's stuff. Yeah, we know that there's a key in there. I just don't know what the combo is gonna be for the safe. Oh, eavesdrop.
You sure know your way around a horse, Mrs. Erickson.
My daddy owned a ranch. Lots of space growing up, but not much company outside of the horses.
If you don't mind my asking, your gift, did it help at all with that? The loneliness, I mean.
Oh, yes. Yes, I guess it would have.
Her unpsychic world. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to get that safe code because that'll do a lot for us if we can get what safe. Like, what's the safe for the stable? Maybe that's a goal. Let's try to do that. Let's try to figure out what that is. Because that's obviously what the thing of the stables is asking. Like when it's saying investigate the stables, that's what it's trying to get us to do. Okay. Not a lot of people. Courtyards are there. Walled garden. Hedge maze. Okay. So I want to talk more to the priest, I think. And they're probably having actually a conversation. So I think we're taking a more of an outside look today. Let's go inside the library also and see if there's anybody in. See, like, yeah, it didn't list. Aha.
Idiots and ghouls, all of you. What did you think would happen? That nobody would mind? That they were not entirely as capable of vengeance as you? And for what? For 16 funerals in 30 years. But at least the caskets were nice. And you never even saw the ruin you caused. It's just me in this godforsaken library. Bastards. What damnable stock we are.
Yeah, those are probably not necessary to hear, but important if you don't know kind of certain context. Yeah, I'm curious about that. I don't think there's a talk this hour, but we should also maybe check in on that. Okay. So let's see if they're talking out here. Seems like there's activity for sure. Wait, is that Blake? Oh no, that's Varley. Ah, god damn it. Eavesdrop. Oh, but Coventry is here.
You really mean to tell me you've never been to so much as a tarot reading before? Awfully common, of course, tarot. A séance or other ritual is preferable. But I really would have thought you'd have some experience.
No, I confess, I'm a novice to the whole thing. But this séance sounded so fascinating. When I heard of it, I couldn't bring myself not to come along.
No one could fault you for your lack of ambition.
Ambition? If you like. Mere curiosity, really.
I don't believe him.
Isn't a little interested in whatever comes next. Especially at our age.
Well, quite.
Okay, so we got a lot to... We have some stuff to discuss with you, Coventry, because you have that... That's right, you're a jeweler. Oh, you're a jeweler, but you have that Evelyn Deane thing outside of your... Okay. I can't investigate your room, though, right? I couldn't do that yet? Coventry. Yeah, you're part of the people I can't investigate yet. So, let's just ask you about it.
Mr. Ward, how are you?
Locket. This is a strange one, Mr. Coventry, but I found a dropped locket in the southwest corridor, which I believe you're staying in. Oh, why, that belonged to my dear dead wife from before we married. Dabney, she was. Elaine Dabney. I'm here hoping to speak with her, as you see. I'm told something personal can happen to help anchor the ghost. I must have dropped it. Thank you, Mr. Ward. Let's talk about your wife. You mentioned losing your wife. My condolences, sir. I did, yes. Lillian. Wait. Elaine Dabney. Lillian. That's a fucking lie. Earlier this year, she turned quickly, but we had access to doctors, but they could do little to ease her suffering. I confess I'm lost without her, which, foolish as it sounds, is how I ended up here. Her illness took everything from me. The little I had left spent to come here on the hope that the claims about the seance are true. If I could see her, hear her, then I'd gladly give it all, down to the very shirt on my back. Name mismatch. Yes, that's fucking cool. Sorry, what was your wife's name again? Lillian Coventry Smith, before we married. Oh, you told me her name was Elaine Dabney. Ah, well, that was my first wife. A man my age has history, you see. I don't know.
Good days.
That's our confront on him. I think we just have to... How do we prove that? It's just going to be finding his room. That unfortunately, it's coming down to that. We just have to get those keys. So, where... What was that thing about where the keys were? So it's... Note on master keys. The southwest key is lost in the basement storeroom. That's unfortunate, because then that means that we're not going to be able to get there for a minute. I don't think there's any way into the basement for us right now. Also, we should also just check other pieces of paper. Right, we have that. Yeah, so we could... So basically, he's been summarizing the letters, but we can actually go in and read all the stuff, and that might be more helpful. Let me talk to you about a place I could play music.
May I be of...
Miss Hisham told me about this. Misham told me about this melody she's heard. I would say that you're free to use the piano in the drawing room, but it was moved last week, out of tune as it was. Our finest piano is storage, but the Marquess refuses to move it upstairs. Our finest piano is storage, but the Marquess refuses to move it upstairs.
I need nothing else.
Certainly.
Oh wait, we did see that. I think there was a storage room that we were able to walk into. Where was that? That was closet here? Maybe. Let's leave and figure it out. I don't think that makes sense, but why would they move a piano into a storage closet? No harm in looking, though. On the other side of this. No, it's not here, but I forgot about this. Hold on. Does this have anything to do with the things that we found in the priest's room? No, those are different. Yeah, I forgot about this panel. Okay. I need a place to play music. I don't know what to do. I hate to, like, break into people's rooms at this point. Oh, well, let's go to the stables. I said I was going to do that. Let's try to figure out if there's a way. The game was basically giving that to us, so I would be kind of, that's the atrium. Oh. The print was left by Miss Deane when she left the manor. Oh, shit. Okay. I guess that should have been obvious, but it's good to have that in the records, though. Yeah, I suppose I should just really, like, deep dive into stables. I maybe actually should also talk to you about some stuff.
Hello?
Shadowy figure. I wanted to ask if you've ever seen anything here larger than a ghost, a shadowy figure. Sir, sorry, if you need help with something tangible, then I'm your man. This stuff, no. Let's see. Oh, right. We meant to ask Hunter about the chimney charm. We should do that. And why can I discuss this with you? Somebody dropped this note. Do you recognize the symbol so I can return it? No, what do they... Actually, I do recognize the... Huh? Please, put that away. It's messing with my stomach. Ooh. Let's talk to you about this, too. Miss Hisham told me about this melody she's heard. You looking for somewhere to practice? There's usually a piano in the drawing room, but we moved it downstairs so you'd have somewhere to host your talks. Didn't work anyway. I found a nice one in storage this week, though. But that's not much use to you, is it?
I'll leave. Yeah, all right.
In storage. So they've said that twice now. So storage... Closet, 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 closet. So they moved it downstairs, but there might be one in a storage area if we can find it. I'll investigate that. Okay, I have to ask Hunter about the charm. Oh, ghosted fire pit. I should talk to both of these with you. I found this on the grounds. What do you make of it? Did you now? Well, it wouldn't do just much good just lying about. It'd need to be hidden somewhere close to the person it was intended for. At least, I imagine that's how these things work. Interesting. Okay, I don't feel like...
Right, yeah.
I honestly feel like most discussions are not worth it. Is that crazy? I feel like the... unless it's something very targeted, it makes more sense to just walk around and find things and spend more times on like investigating the world rather than the people. We just need people to slip up a little bit, basically. Let's look through here. Fresh water. Good. I can see signs that the stall is normally in use. Nothing fancy, but well maintained. Broken doors. Old stall doors, badly damaged. Yeah, do I know anything about Hunter that can let me open up this? Where are you? I don't know why I can never find anybody in this. There we go. It goes off first initial, but we don't really know. Oats and sugar, silk scarf. Yeah, I feel like we're not gonna... I think the game... This may just be me reading too far into it, but I think the game is gating some of our progress so that way we don't get too much too early. Because theoretically, I'm thinking that we're not going to be able to get into the basement until a little bit later in the game, which means that we won't be able to get all the rooms open until later on in the game. Which means we have to focus on some other stuff first. I don't think there's anything I can do. Yeah, and I don't have rooms. Some of the people that I still need to figure out, I don't have the rooms to be able to kind of back up evidence. It's almost damn near required that I enter the rooms of all these people. I guess I could try to go down to the basement and see what I can do. It's locked and hasn't been opened in a while. I suspect there's something I don't need anything from there. Okay. East Tower. And then we'll go to the West Tower. This is the tower with the stuff at the bottom. Stuff area is locked off. Sun room, moon room. Darcy's bedroom, Quinn's bedroom. Maybe there's a way I could look up. I don't know why the library would have records of Coventry's wife, but we could try. Joyce. Where am I trying to go? West Tower. So let's go backward and go around. I don't know who you are. Richard Blake, the eighth Marquess of Doom. I'm pretty stumped here, guys. I don't know where... I think it's just because I don't have something to fully... Well, it's funny, because I do have things to act upon. Door's locked. Okay, okay. Drawing a vase. Another of Miss Hisham's vase drawings. She seems to misplace them near basement entrances. Interesting. Oh. What the fuck? Wait. What did I just do? That wasn't random. Did I just step on a... I'm thinking I stepped on a specific tile. What? I think I've heard that before, too. And it's always near the statues, I think. What am I thinking here? Anybody in here? Not that it seems. Okay. I think I just have to the game is actively giving us the push to go and act on one of these three things. What do we have to do with Darcy? If I can resolve the haunting, Mrs. Darcy would have no reason to harm Miss Deane. Put ghost to rest. How am I meant to learn how to exercise a ghost? Oh, okay. So maybe we just talk to... Yeah, let's just talk to those involved. Okay, yeah. Let's put the ghost to rest. Let's talk to Dupre or to Montavani. Montavani is probably the right call. Let's see if I can find her / talk to her. Maybe she'll come out if we go to her room. Because we gotta start acting upon some of these crazy things that we're doing here. That's Scarrett. She's on the other side. I'm gonna just do this really quick, just in case. Oh, she's not inside. Okay, well. So where is she? That's the ballroom. Right? Oh, no. That's the ballroom. What is this? The bar. Where is Montavani supposed to be? She'll be in the drawing room in the next hour. So actually, this talk is going to help me bring out a bunch of people. I just wonder if there's anything else I can do for this hour while we're waiting. Can I try to get anything more out of you, Joyce?
Good.
Hello, sir.
Shadowy figure? Have you ever heard tell of a large shadowy figure stalking the grounds? What? It's a cruel thing, sir, teasing a poor old housekeeper. Unfortunately, I'm quite serious, Mrs. Joyce. Oh, don't say that. Please, sir, it's your children's tales you're after. Go hang about in the library. You know, maybe I should. Thank you, Miss Joyce. I also I wonder if we could reveal something about Hunter, and that might be the clue we need. Do you speak much with Mr. Hunter? When I can. I think I'd be gloomier around here without him. Not that he gets to spend much time indoors with us. I've no idea what keeps him out there so much. Certainly it's not keeping the place pretty. Hedges and gorse don't quite need much tending. Oh, but I don't envy him in the wintertime. Analysis. Learned. Observation. Documents. Items. People. Evidence. Let's talk with her about this too. I've had this melody stuck in my head for hours, and I don't know where it came from. Do you recognize it? Can't say I recognize the tune, sir, but if you're looking for somewhere to play it, there are a few pianos in the manor. Of course, the finest piano we had was Lady Wilhelmina's, but that's down in storage with the rest of her things.
I'll be off, Mrs.
God bless you, sir.
Okay. Let me just check library, just in case for new stuff. We're going to need to go into Coventry's room for his stuff to work, I think. Mary Blake, Wilhelmina Blake, Percival Blake, medical codes, Egyptian archaeology, Gnosticism, Irish mythology. Let's do the Gnosticism book, actually. An early branch of Christianity that believes that the material realm we currently reside in is a hell, what they call the Black Iron Prison, and that the being commonly seen as God is in fact a powerful but lesser demiurge, a version of the traditional devil figure. This demiurge is the secret child of some aeons, the faith's creator angels, that was hidden in this realm by its parent for fear of retaliation from the true creator. Bored, lonely, and jealous, it created humanity to worship it as a god, but it itself was flawed, and thus so are we, its creations. They believe that the only actual way to ascend into heaven and meet its true creator, Monad, is to realize the falsities of this reality and find a way to break free of this plane of material lies. The faith seems to exist as an answer to the question, why does God allow bad things to happen? With their response being, true God does not know of this place. Is a cool idea. I don't know if I can talk to you about anything else.
Hello, Miss.
Let's talk about your pen. Why not? You have a pen in your pocket, miss, just in case it slips your mind. Oh, don't worry, it's clean. I've stained enough of my clothes not to make that mistake again. I take it you're not often without one? I'm a poet by trade. I prefer to carry one so I'm never caught with a refrain or such like and without the means to write it down. How about the brooch? That's quite a striking brooch you have. My sister gave it to me as a keepsake when I set off. A good luck charm, she called it. I hope that she's right. Yeah, I don't feel the need to talk to her about anything else. Right. So it's a little misleading when it says profile because obviously like we can profile her, but we don't need we've done it already. That's the profile is of other people, including other people's assessments of her and information that we're given. I think we're probably best going out to the walled garden again. Oh, maybe Montavani's out in the hedge maze. Oh, maybe we could do that. Okay, so hold on. Let's, before we call it a day on this episode, because we're surprisingly burning through time. This episode has just kind of flown away. Oh, I chose the one time I was trying to go the other way. I messed it up. Oh boy. Okay. This is really cool. I really am. I'm loving just kind of the slowness of this. I feel like a lot of detective games try to front load you. Even games that I really like Disco Elysium, like you can get completely inundated by things to do. To the point where, because it has a similar thing where time passes as you do anything, that game feels sometimes a little bit overwhelming because you're like, oh shit, I gotta do all of this stuff and I have no time to do it. You do have time to do it. It's not that hard to do everything in Disco Elysium that you want to do as long as your rolls are good. All right, I have to figure out how to... I'm figuring out how to do an exorcism for you, so... Let's see, is Montavani at the edge of this? And she is! Excellent. Okay. Oh, and Dupre is here. Okay, good. Yeah, why does it have me do that? I think that's just a bug. So I'm going to come over to here. Let's talk to Montavani.
Signor Ward. We meet again.
I like that Dupre is just going to be standing here this whole time. Let's talk about exorcisms. Would you know anything about exorcisms, Miss Montavani? Exorcism? Oh no, senor. I would talk with the dead. If I were to chase them away, I would be out of work. But there are many magicians here. Someone more versed in death is certain to know anything you could ask. Probably him. Discuss evidence. Let's talk about well scrying. I gather Miss Callaghan has learned a way to use well water to see over great distances. Yes, and she makes it look easy, does she not? With only an intention, she was able to guide me to see my familia. To think she has to keep such a wonder secret, so men in frocks do not take her to the flames. So many of your people have lost loved ones to the Americas because of your famine. I imagine they could stay in touch. Oh, interesting. We could talk to her about after the fact.
I wish there was more I could do.
As do I, Signor. But it is how it is. I have pushed myself for so long. I was young when I left my family for a better life. And I found it. I enjoyed the finest things with the finest company. But for all my fame, I have little to show. And faced with the end, I finally realized what wealth I had at home. Like everyone in my position, I thought I would have more time. I thought I could go back, fix that, which I broke. What a cliche I have become. Maybe this is what the ghosts are trying to tell us, that our time is limited and we would do well to be more precious with it, one way or the other. I am soon to find out.
That's all.
Of course. Take her.
Wow. Okay. So I'm going to leave it here. Oh, there's a lot of people in here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I have to just come and do my loop. I have to get all the way out to find everybody, I think is really the goal, right? So I'm going to talk to Dupre in the next episode, as well as some of the other people hanging around this hedge maze. But until then, please give this video a like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.